Hey y'all, if you're new here, my name is Me Queen. I'm a full-time travel creator based in LA, and today I'm going to tell you about all the different travel scams that I know of or have seen that can occur when you're traveling abroad. Before we get into the content of this video, I just want you guys to know that this is for the purpose of education. It is not to scare anyone away from traveling. There are a lot of fear mongers on the internet, but I am not one of them. I just want to make sure you are aware of something that could potentially happen, so that way you know how to either resolve the issue or avoid it altogether. Also, if you want to travel with me, I'm hosting a trip to Italy in 2024. So if you want to sign up for that trip, the link is going to be in the description box. So one of the most common scams that I have seen abroad is pickpocketing, but the way pickpocketing occurs is through a distraction. So what typically happens is if you are in a tourist attraction area or an area that just has a lot of tourists in general, so think like the Eiffel Tower, or you could be at the Trevi Fountain, wherever there's going to be a ton of tourists, there's also gonna be a ton of scammers. That is where they hang out. That's not to say that you don't go to those tourist attractions, because they're tourist attractions for a reason. It's a really great way to get to know the city and where you are and learn about the location. But again, I do want you to be aware of what could happen. So when you are out and about, someone will bump into you, and typically when someone bumps into you, you look at them and say, "Oh my gosh, sorry," or "My bad, da, da, da." But that is a distraction to get you to look away from the person that is pickpocketing you. So they will take things from your actual pockets, from your purse, from your backpack, anything out of your belongings. It could be a gift bag they can take something out of. Whenever someone bumps into me, I will hold my belongings close, like I will grab them to make sure that I have everything that I came with. So I typically don't put anything in my pockets. I will carry my cell phone and my wallet in my purse. Any purse that I carry has a double lock mechanism, so it either has two zippers for you to actually get into it, or it has like a zipper and a clasp. I typically go with zippers because they are the most reliable, but I try to make sure that someone can't just reach into my wallet and take my items. I do not carry backpacks if I can help it. If I have to carry a backpack, I will get a really small one and I will carry it on my front. I also don't carry clutches because they can just easily slip from under my arms. So I will typically carry a crossbody bag. I will wear it crossbody. I won't have it on one shoulder. And then I'll also have the bag part kind of in front of me so that my arm is always on it or always resting on it, even when I'm walking around shopping or whatever I may be doing. Items that people will typically try to pickpocket from you are your wallet, your passport, and any type of travel documentations that you may have. And the reason why they go for those is that they can very easily steal your identity from those things. I typically do not bring my passport out of the hotel. I will keep it either in the safe in my hotel room, or I will hide it in my suitcase so that I don't lose it. Another thing that I do with my passport information is I will make a copy. So I'll either take a picture of it and I will email it to someone that is at home so they have a copy of my passport, and then I will also take a hard copy. So I will print out a picture of my passport and I will also have that in my backpack. That way, in the event that I do lose my passport or something ever happens to it, I have a record of having one, and I can use that to try to get back in the country or to go to a new country, whatever. That is a really great tip, to make sure you have copies of your passport both with someone at home and on yourself, in case you do lose your passport. But another thing I want to show you guys are these RFID blockers. Another really common travel scam is people will carry scanners, and they will walk past your bag and they can scan the information from your card or from your passport. Again, this is another way for them to steal your identity. It's not necessarily about how much money in your bank account. It's about having your identity and having any information later that they can access. So the RFID blockers, you can get them for your credit cards, and you can also get them for your passport. I have them linked below in the description box. They will block the scanners from stealing your information. So when I am abroad, I will put my cards in these holders, and I will also put my passport in the holder as well after I board my flight, so that way anyone walking past me cannot steal any of my personal information. It's important that you keep your passport in the same place so that you do not lose track of it, but again, you want to make sure that you have an RFID blocker. I do have blockers that are wallets. I personally like these because I do like to change my wallet every now and again, so these are really simple and really easy. Like I said, I have a multi-pack that is linked in the description box below. Another common travel scam is counterfeit bills. So if you're someone that thoroughly believes you need to have cash and you like to carry a lot of cash at the same time, be aware of this when you are traveling. The currency that has the most amount of counterfeit bills is actually euros, and that is the euro bills, not the coins. If you can, try to get smaller bills, so 20s and smaller, when you do a cash exchange. However, if you are ordering your currency straight from your bank, like I recommend that you do, you do not have to worry about getting counterfeit bills. When you are out and about and purchasing things, there still are a lot of businesses that do not take cards, so you actually will need cash. And it is nice to have cash handy on you just in case. However, make sure the cash follows the rules of the currency. So for euros, there's like foil on the bills to make sure that it is actually a real euro and not a counterfeit euro. At max, I will keep maybe $100 or less in my wallet. So if someone steals the cash that I have, it's not a huge deal. You just want to make sure that you are not getting any counterfeit bills. So typically anything higher than a 20. Another way to avoid this is to just use your credit card. So I have a few credit cards that are travel cards, so I do not have any foreign transaction fees, and it also decreases the amount of fees that you pay in general. So I do have a full video on travel credit cards that is already on my page. You can go check that out, see what travel credit cards I am using. None of them have annual fees, which I know is super helpful. So if that's of your interest, go watch that video. If you are looking to get cash before you leave, I strongly recommend that you get it through your bank or through a bank close to you in person. If you can order it on your bank's website, definitely do that. That's what I do myself with Bank of America. However, if your bank does not have a local branch that does offer other currencies, I have gone to TD Bank, which I'm not a member of. They will do currency exchanges as well. The airport will have the highest foreign transaction fees, so I recommend that you do not go there. Also, do not go to any places that are within the local tourist area, because they know that you are going to need cash and they will also charge you very high foreign transaction fees. Instead, you can go to the sister bank of your American bank in that destination. Just go straight to the ATM and withdraw cash that way. So that's another way to make sure that you are not getting counterfeit bills when you exchange different currencies. Another really common tourist scam is the broken meter in a taxi. I know there's some young people that do follow me, so if you have not taken a taxi before, it is like an Uber, but you pay cash for it. You can actually pay card as well, but in the taxi, it has a meter that charges you based on the distance that you are driving and also the length of time that you were in the car. A lot of destinations actually have apps for taxis nowadays, so you will know how much it costs to get to your destination before you even get in the vehicle. So it kind of works very similar to an Uber. A few places in Europe do have Ubers, however, Ubers are not worldwide, so you do have to figure out what the Uber system is called in whatever city you are located in or wherever you are traveling. In general, if someone says the meter is broken when you get into the vehicle, just get out the car. What they typically do is they will say it's broken, and then when you get to your destination, they're going to charge you a huge amount for it, something that doesn't make any sense. An example is something that would be like a $15 Uber will be like $100 in a broken taxi. So avoid broken meters at all costs. Before the taxi driver drives away, ask them how much it's going to cost for you to get to your destination, or like a roundabout estimate, and make sure you can see that on a meter in the vehicle or on your phone if they have an app. Like I said, a lot of places have apps for their taxis these days, so just do a quick Google search of what is the taxi or the rideshare app in that destination, and you can find it right away. So the last travel scam that is pretty new in my opinion is the valuable ring or the lost ring. So what will happen is, if you were in a popular tourist destination, again, someone will come up to you and say, oh my gosh, you dropped this, and they're gonna be holding a ring, and you're gonna be like, no, that's not mine, like, no thank you, whatever. And they will try to convince you like, oh no, this is a super valuable ring, like this is worth so much money, I know that this is your ring, or they'll try to get you to take it. When you take it, they will then charge you for the ring, right? So they'll be like, oh, this is so valuable, and then you'll say, oh, okay, like I'll take it then, and they're like, oh, well, that'll be 50 euros, you know, or they'll try to like get you to pay for it in some way. Just don't take the ring. It is not your belongings. You do not have to take it. Like, literally just walk away and do not entertain these people that come up to you to try to, you know, sell you something essentially. That is a very strange scam that I have heard of before. I haven't personally seen it, but I know it's something that is new that a lot of people have encountered in the last few months. So just be aware of that. If someone tries to offer you a ring and say that it's really valuable. Typically like a male that will do it, they will try to essentially sell you the ring or barter you for purchasing the ring, which is not even yours to begin with, and it's also not valuable. Those are some of the main travel scams that I have heard of or have seen myself while traveling. So if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you have any more questions, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.